Akers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter gone by, 3 still to play. We'll be back in a moment here at the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl.
Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
A gain of 3, second down. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And give him 12 yards and a first down.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he slides to avoid the hill. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he's got room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
97 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
against a cup.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and goal. Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Here we go. 11 coming.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Burrow looking to pass.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. How will they continue to do it?
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. On 1st down at Stafford.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Stafford on 1st down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A nice gain at 21 yards.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense. You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead cut down to 9. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down when they are here starting the third quarter.
Khalid Kareem able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Here's Stafford.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
That'll be caught by Cup. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another 8.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Now a give. Akers running left.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Stafford on third down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A give, running right is Akers.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Akers.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So,
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And touchdown!
Joe Mixon
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Middle of the field.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. 1st down. Here's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
And he's into the clear. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that is caught for the 2 points. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. going left, Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Burrow on third down.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good
Touchdown, Bengals!
Joe Mixon
With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Bengals score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to about the 27.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
One of the selling points of the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that.
And now here's another interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
11 Palmer, 11 MP, 11 Mighty.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Wow, 185 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
He's found a hole in that zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 3.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And now here's another interception. Picked off by David Long. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. To throw on second down is Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now Stafford.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Throwing is Stafford. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Back to throw. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up for...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Another completion for Kupp. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there.
And the Rams are in for 6. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And getting this just shy of midfield. He'll spot it at the 49.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals getting set to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Bengals.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons, but if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.